Hello, pirates. Today is a very important occasion. Today marks the first ever Gold Piece stream. This is a One Piece inspired D&D campaign. We already got the characters set up, we already got a little universe set up, and we're excited to show you what we've made, and we're excited to play the game and have it here with you. My name is Girth. And I am not the captain of this pirate ship, but I am the announcer for the current moment. Last time on Gold Piece, an off-stream event occurred in which my character, Inbo Gunther, and my accomplice's character, Adrian Clady Clawford, otherwise known as ACDC, escaped from jail after getting chased down by another member of our playing group, Lengkit, who is a Marine. Now we take place in a new part of Gold Piece, taking place somewhere else in the West Blue, and whence we will watch our captain meet, most likely, his first crew member. Welcome to Gold Piece.
All right.
Section 1.
Well,
The first episode.
I guess I'll do a simple little walkthrough here in the stream layout. As you can see over here on the big screen to the left, we have all of our Discord icons so you can see who's speaking at any given moment. Over here to the right, we have our in-game chat where you see all the pictures where you see all the pictures of what's currently going on in the campaign right above current event, and below current event is where all of the roles are, so you can tell that we are not cheating. And here in this empty section beneath all of us is a place where you can chat and we can see your message.
I'm gonna dox you.
This campaign will use no slurs. Zero.
I didn't even say it, Rob.
Ready? Be alright.
All right. Before we start, Captain Frog, are you ready? Fixer, are you ready?
Oh my god, is everybody get married? Holy cow.
Do you take him as your lawfully wedded life?
Bromechi, you may now start the intro.
Brother, I don't. Brother, we did not discuss this.
You sing the song.
I don't. You don't have no song. What's? You know what? Fine. What's your favorite?
Yo.
Yo 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 yo.
All right.
What do you want me to karaoke something? Look, I'm gonna pick a random Lady Gaga song. I'm gonna sing that for 20 seconds.
No, we don't. No. Here we can start. We can start our episode.
I already did an intro, as I'll tell you. It was in the other side before I unmuted it.
That's what you were doing.
Yeah. I already introduced the campaign and like what was happening. Remember the little fit?
Well, here's what you're gonna do.
Are you checking yourself out on the camera, bro?
Fixer F. Alright.
I'm almost 100% certain that's what you're doing.
That's what he was doing.
Alright, everybody. I'm gonna start DMing.
Whoa.
As soon as the music starts, Fixer F Cardinal, I will need you to be serious on this, because it starts with you. Now.
Okay, I can't sing this one. It already has the slurs. No slurs.
Fixer F Cardinal, 42 years old, out in the middle of the sea.
boner.
Inside. Mm, excuse me. I had to clear my throat. Fixer.
Bro, you
It
just
has
not
been 1 month.
I cannot.
I've been sailing these seas for about 2 months already. God, I sure am tired.
So, as you're sailing in the middle of the sea, you are walking around your dinghy, and your dinghy is it's not big, but it's not too small, enough to fit at least 3 people. And you structured as a
Too
shipwright,
comfortably.
you structured it very well. It has its kitchen, so you can cook your food. It has its poop. It has a poop deck, kind of unneeded information, but you do need the poop deck. Other than that, it has you have a resting place, and you also have something to sit on whenever you need to fish. You are crossing the safest path for the red line at the moment, going from north to west blue. The sky is very bright. The sun is out, and the sky is clear. Barely any clouds, and a array of fish underwater swimming beautifully. And you have seen this sighting for many years, so it's just a bit nostalgic to you. And soon, sooner than you think, you will reach the west. And you don't really remember much in the west blue, but you'll probably have a better time than the north blue. Anything you'd like to say?
No, everything's just in my mind, basically. Thoughts go around shuffling,
Uh,
All this time of thinking makes the one brain go numb.
As a day and a half passed by of sailing, you came across not much. You've seen islands from afar, but none of your interests. Some looked a bit dangerous, but about, let's say, 90 feet away from you, there's a little speck in the water, and it's poking out. Would you like to make an investigation check?
Well, yeah, I believe that would be the right thing to do first.
Go on.
I would like to see if I can spot anything once it loads, obviously. Investigation going out.
You just wait till
And tell me the
devious
number you
pirates
get.
show up.
No talking.
My bad.
But I can't
So
help but
excited
note
to see when they come out, bro.
that Laquette de Relis is at the first floor you see with a 20 on.
And what have you gotten on investigation?
I have a total of 21 investigation.
So, you see that there's a barrel in the middle of the sea.
Well,
And
no doubts. I'm definitely gonna go grab that.
so you are now sailing towards the barrel, and you are now 20 feet away from it. The barrel's kind of
Alright,
moving,
this is the perfect range for something.
Oh no.
and that is. What would you like to do?
Take out my cannon and load a hook into it.
Maybe you want to wait on
Goes
that.
down.
Maybe let's get it normally.
So you take out your cannon.
This is how I get things normally. Don't worry. It's
You
not a
take out-
cannon. It's more like a lever action type of
harpoon
thing.
gun?
Almost like a crossbow, or yeah, kind of like a
Sure, you're not
harpoon
gonna
gun
pull out like
almost.
a harpoon gun or something?
As It's got bigger barbs than most actual harpoon guns. And I would like to
My
shoot the
whole
barrel
crew
with a
before I
harpoon
even
anyways.
get kept.
You aim, so you aim your harpoon gun, or this very advanced one that you have built, and you have aimed it towards the barrel. And lucky enough, you have caught the barrel. Would you like to reel it in?
Oh no, roll to hit.
Nah, it's
All
very
right.
close by.
Yeah, I'm able to just crank it in. Yeah, it has a crank on the side.
So you crank it in, and the barrel is fairly heavy, almost as if it has a bunch of loot in it.
I bring it into the ship. I instantly begin to think it's booze, but considering it's no booze leaking out, I lose that thought.
You'll
The
hear
hole that it
cycle.
made, I want to take out the harpoon and peek inside.
So you remove the harpoon from the barrel, and you slowly open it. And Froggy, would you like to make a move?
I think you would probably be hearing the slight murmur or snoring inside of the barrel, probably by the point
Oh.
when he sets it down.
So as you're opening it, you're hearing not a very large snore, but a little snore in it, and it's probably something either wild or dangerous inside this barrel. Do you proceed to open it all the way?
I'm still gonna open it all the way. Just kind of look inside.
You take a look inside, and it's a human.
Ah, okay, not an animal.
So
Look back in sudden disappointment that I gotta worry about this guy now.
Fun disappointment.
Actually, that's a pretty reasonable. I don't know.
Just opening, just like,
Nah, if I man, I got the other shit and it's like fuck, not rations, dude. I'm on like 1 month's worth, bro.
Well, you see a
Shit,
couple
nigga.
apples in my lap at
Weeks
least.
and a half now.
I
On this
personally would
human-
not eat his lap apples.
on this human, you see bitten apples, and one apple that has not been touched yet, that is sitting on the top of his nose.
I'd rather take my fishing pole that's not currently casted and with the button kind of poke him in the forehead with it. Can I get a description of your character, by the way?
You see this
Frog?
slightly tanned, pasty man. He has green hair. You notice he has several scars around his neck that you can visibly tell. And you notice that he also has in his hands clutching very tightly the handle of some sort of weapon. Because of the position he's in, you kind of can't tell. And his clothes look a little bit worn and ragged, but you can tell that there's somewhat of a vibrant hue. Can't quite make out because of the fact that he is in a barrel.
Yeah, I will take my fishing pole with the button and begin to kind of poke the head a little bit.
Froggy, do you wake up from this?
How much force are you putting into that pole, my guy?
I would eventually use if you don't wake up on the first try. It's a good hit.
Well, let's say the first couple times it doesn't work, and then the good hit, you just snap me awake, and I'll groggily look up at you.
Hey, what's your purpose here? What are you doing out in the middle of the ocean?
What?
I said, what are you doing out in the middle of the ocean?
I was slowly blinking at you, so I'm still not registering the situation.
Boy, you gotta be about 100 feet away from the nearest, or 100 football fields away from the nearest island.
Wait, football exists?
It does.
You're about 3,000 washing machines away from the closest island.
Yeah, have you not seen Foxy Pirate? Yeah.
I'm gonna slowly start to try to wiggle a bit to see if I can get my ass out of the fucking barrel. So what would that be?
A roll to wiggle out.
Yeah. Would that
Uh,
be athletics?
I'm guessing. I'm guessing acrobatics.
I would say acrobatics.
Alright. Alright. Let me see what my acrobatics is. Da, 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 da. Okay.
See if he's flexible enough.
5. I don't think so.
As you start to
I
wiggle, the
kicked on the
barrel.
barrel and help you out a little bit.
Oh, okay.
As I pile out, I'll look at you and I'll give like the one hand salute, you know, where all the
Just kinda see
fingers
the
are
struggle.
together. I'm like, thank you. Just give me a second. Let me get my beer. Oh yeah. Let me get my bearings real quick here. Okay. Okay. I'm just gonna start scrambling as I'm trying to slowly get up. I'm like checking my pockets and stuff. And as you look, you'll notice that my coat is almost down to my feet, and it's vibrant shades of peach with some purple plum into it. And I'm just patting myself looking
How
for
tall
something.
is your character?
Um, Good question. He's about 5'2".
Oh, okay. Well, as
He's
both
not
our characters look
too big.
basically out of each other, I'm gonna give my character description now. My character basically wears these pretty vibrant pink pants, long sleeve shirts or underneath a leather vest. You can see that he has this purplish undertone to his hair with like these roots of gray that are coming out, signifying age. Um, he also wears this green bandana that's a little bit faded out, and has these very distinct glasses with these almost teal lens and like golden outsides. And he has a very bold facial features. Besides that, and a mustache that basically doesn't have the chin area and just has like the mustache and then side beards. Very bushy hair.
I can dig that. So as I'm slowly getting up, you'll see I'll instinctively grab my weapon. It doesn't look like I'm doing it as a sort of like at you sort of moment. It just looks like I was deeply worried that it was missing as I'm holding it.
And you're describing your weapon.
You sure been around, haven't you?
What do you say?
Are you describing your weapon?
You notice that the weapon is what looks to be like a meat cleaver of some sort that look to be have been hastily crafted over time. Looks like over the years it was used for one thing or another, and
Can
it
I
also has
put in game?
Like a square meat cleaver.
think of it like a
That's kind of
regular
like a
handmade.
rectangle shape.
Think of it like a regular meat cleaver, but it's been extended.
You can look at in game.
Let's
The
see.
handling though is different
Let's
than
see
that.
that meat
Yeah,
cleaver. Gotcha.
yeah.
Okay.
The handle itself seems to be more ornate. Looks like a dragon head at the end of it. Looks like
Well,
the
you can kind of
pommel has
see
been
my
replaced over
character
the
does
years.
hold. You can kind of see my character has his fishing pole kind of at the ready. Not an aggressive stance, but ready to get into him. He needs to get into defensive positions.
Just gonna look at you with my head slowly tilting, and I just go, "You didn't touch my weapon, did you?"
Oh no, I didn't. Lay a finger. Don't worry.
I'll slowly slide it into what appears to be a gap between the back of the coat where a blade could hold itself there. So, what day is it?
Well, your guess is as good
Um,
as my guess.
as I'm looking around, I'm like taking a look at your ship, and I'm like, some fine craftsmanship.
Oh yeah, I got a few gizmos lying around. This one being the most dandy as I raise the harpoon up from the floor for a little bit, putting it back down.
You notice my
Time to get my
grin is,
fish.
I have a big grin. Well, you sail these parts or something?
Do I sail? Yeah, I've been sailing for at least a month, or
Ah, no
2
kid.
months. way longer than I was supposed to be out here. Yeah, waiting for some type of ship or anything like that. Really. But you know, no such sort has come by, so I'm making do.
As you guys engage into conversation, there's a little thud hitting your thingy constantly.
The
The
Wow.
bow.
What thing?
Your dingy, not thingy, dingy.
Okay. Also, DM, I have a question. What part? What
I
blue are we in?
What part? What?
What blue are we in?
West.
Would I know that?
You are heading towards West Blue. You guys are, and currently you guys are at the end of the red line.
awesome.
So there is a constant thud hitting the right side of your dinghy.
Anyway,
Did I just cut out, or did he cut out?
He's cutting out.
He's cutting out.
Oh, I thought I was cutting out. I was like, wait a minute.
code.
I'm gonna immediately
Yeah,
go over there.
D&D's being like, go ahead on repeat.
There is a constant thud hitting the right side of your dinghy. Would you like to investigate?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I
start
would
investigating.
go over there.
You go into the right side of the boat, and you see a small fin. And then the small fin starts decreasing down towards the water, and out pops a head. And as you notice, it is a common fish in this part of the ocean called the tuna.
Ah. I grab the harpoon gun immediately. I take it.
I immediately look at it and look at him with a big grin as I pull out my weapon. I'm like, "Do you have any rope?"
No, you're gonna massacre with that. As I go in for the shot with the heavy crossbow, basically.
Roll to hit.
Yes, sir.
Saying you're gonna overkill and then proceed to
Oh,
What did you roll?
Natural one.
Old
God.
man aim is on
Natural one.
point. It's on point, bro. He don't miss.
I was
Has
rushing.
His vision blurred a bit.
As the tuna starts swimming away from the dinghy, you throw out your
Kills-
harpoon. Your harpoon misses the tuna by a couple of feet and starts sinking towards the bottom of the ocean.
Man didn't shoot the bolt of the crossbow. He just threw the crossbow itself. So
No, please. Oh my god, that actually sucks.
The tuna has now swam away from you guys.
Fuck.
7 feet and then
Kinda
start
gently put my
start
harpoon gun
laughing.
back down.
What could have possibly went wrong?
That's annoying. Damn.
And
Boy, does that piss me off.
Hey, old man, you think we could get it? How far do you think it is?
Ah, that tuna's long gone.
Ah, what
Long
a
gone, I see.
man! I've been eating apples for weeks. That's been real nice.
Don't worry. More fish are swimming by.
Hey, you wouldn't have a transponders,
Surprised
now,
those
would
apples
you?
aren't spoiled. No.
as you two talk,
I
the
wouldn't be stuck here for 2+ months if I did.
as you two as you two continue guys' conversation, the camera panels up into the sky, and you see the sun starting to go down, and you see the moon slowly rising. It is now noontime on your dinghy, and not as much has happened, but you do see land very from far. Would you like to go towards this island?
Oh, I see land?
Yeah.
We both do.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if we
Yeah,
both see
fully or
land, I'll
begin
have
to
him steer as
maybe
I start
oars that
pulling out a
and
paddle of
just
some
begin to
sort. I'm assuming we have one and start helping go that way.
sit in the middle. It's like land ahoy. Yeah, no, there's one on both sides.
You guys
As we
land.
swiftly go away.
What's up with my audio?
As you guys start landing, there is a dock you see.
This is Discord bugging.
I think it's because of the music bot being a pain.
Should we take out the bot?
Yeah, kick that man's.
Okay.
I'm not even.
Can you-
I didn't even unmute it. I've just been playing my own music. I didn't even know he was playing anything.
Well, we don't have to deal with the bot.
Well,
It's just gonna make us
usually the
Yeah,
bot like
One Piece.
starts lagging. It's weird.
You guys pull up to the dock.
I think the call's much better. Yeah.
As you guys are pulling up towards this dock, you guys are you guys see right next to the dock is a bunch of buildings, and you have noticed this island is fairly large, and this is the start of the island. This is where you guys are.
Do I recognize it? Any of it?
Would you like to roll a history check?
Alan.
Would you like to roll a history check?
I'm down. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm rolling. I got a.
This island is called the Yam Yam Island.
No. Please don't let me start.
Yam Alan.
This is the island you know called Yam Yam Island.
Where we were in an island. There's some sort
You guys are in an island called the Yam Yam Island.
Well, he knows that. I know nothing because I rolled a 7. I'm just going to assume we're on an island. I'm gonna look at him and be like, "So what do you do for a living?"
Cutting out a lot.
Who, him or me? 'Cause
Oh,
I still
me?
can't hear him.
He is, yeah.
What do I do for a living? Fix ships. That's basically what I do. Fix ships and build ships.
You don't mind me asking, how the hell did you end up all the way out there?
As we begin to
He froze up again. We'll never know what's gonna happen next.
fly, tell it to come go. Am I still frozen?
You're good now.
You jumped the whole like 30 seconds.
Like,
This guy had a time skip on his speech.
So you left off on
Basically a
Azerwalk.
shipwright. I fix ships and build ships.
it's an interesting ability you have there.
Docking though. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's very comes in handy. You know, when people are constantly destroying each other for a living. You know, business was good. Anyways, are we docking into the island yet?
Your dinghy is
Alan.
your dinghy is parked next to the dock, and you guys are standing on the dinghy.
Yeah, as I begin to dock onto the whoever it is, and I like to ask them what's the date. that currently is.
I'll join him on that one.
You asked who do you ask? A random civilian? The date?
Yeah.
Oh, hello, old man. You're asking for the date. Well, it's just a regular Sunday night.
What?
As it was getting dark.
It's just a regular old Sunday night.
Trying to pull a piece of my cloth that I have on my
Alright.
hand around my face to hide part of it.
Okay. Are you
So
guys?
she doesn't know like the date though, like the number.
No, it's just a regular Sunday night for them.
Ah, fair enough. I guess I have to go higher into the city to find it.
If I join you,
Well, I assume a restaurant's got another date, right? I'd like to find a either a good bar or a good restaurant to go to on
I
this
think a
Sunday night.
pub wouldn't hurt. You know what?
Really?
Because you helped me out, it's my treat.
Ah, you have money on you. Great. I was gonna ask.
Would you like to roll insider investigation to see if there's anything around?
I'll do investigation.
I had to
Okay.
investigate for those hole in the wall restaurants. Oh, that was almost natural 20. I got a dirty 18.
Investigation. I got 18 dirty.
As you look around, there is a couple of food shacks, mostly vegan, and you guys see a club.
Owl Island.
You guys see a library, and you also see a bar. But the bar is small. That probably most likely has a capacity of 10 people.
Wow, that's a small bar. Is there
Heading
seats open
towards
for the
that
10-person
bar.
bar? Yeah,
Wow.
I'd like to pull up chairs if there's seats open at the 10-person bar.
There's seats on the inside.
Okay, cool. I'll do that
Do you guys walk inside the bar?
then. Yeah, sir.
As you walk inside, you hear a regular jingle bell, and here's what it looks like on the inside. Nothing really too special,
That's nice.
although it does look very nice, as I do say so myself.
Oh,
That
that's
seat's
nice.
22, but yes, okay.
There
Um,
is there's about 4 people in here. Uh, 3 sitting all the way at the back, and 1 at the bartender's table.
one at the bartender's table.
Yeah.
I say
I'll
we
go
eat
to
at the
the
bar. It's usually the best place.
It's always the best view of the house. See, I knew I'd like you. You see that I've always seemed to have a wide grin. Even though I'm covering part of my face, you can tell there's still a grin behind that.
What covers part of your face?
I decided that when we landed, I was taking off the wraps off of my right arm and covering my face a bit.
Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah,
It
I'll pull
seems
up
to
a bar
be
stool.
you can do investigation and perception if you want to, but as far as you know, it just happened. You don't quite know
Yeah.
why, unless you want to roll to see.
Yeah, it's okay. I pull up a bar stool and begin to sit, kind of
Well,
begin
sit.
to grab the attention of the tender.
The tender is facing the other way, cleaning some glasses on the sink.
I'll knock on the table 4 times in a sort of rapping noise.
He hears the fast knockings and he slowly turns his head around. Ah,
What's your house special today?
my house special.
Yeah,
Not
food. You
much.
got any?
Well, it's, we did cook some sandwiches and we have some ingredients left. And this is what the bartender looks like.
Ah, shirtless and all. Okay. This guy's part of the Yakuza. Alrighty.
What would you two fine gentlemen need?
Just if you got like a daily soup or anything, just been in the ocean for a while. I'm just looking for something refreshing,
He
I guess.
he pulls out a menu from his pockets. Here.
It looks like that. What
All
pockets
right.
look? Well, I want to know.
And you're looking at the menu. You're seeing a bunch of drinks. You see beer, gin, vodka, rum, the usuals. And if you turn the pages around, there's not really many food items. There's just bread and different types of meats, most likely fish and some chicken.
All right. I'll settle for the chicken. That's something on land.
How would you like it cooked?
Um, chef's specialty if you'd like.
My favorites are the wings. You know,
Sounds
I
good to
like
me.
I like the flats. The drums kind of get in the way of my mouth a bit.
Yeah.
And you, sir, what would you like? As he's pointing at Froggy.
I pull down the bindings to make sure it hides the neck as I give him my wide grin and I go, anything that's meat, I don't care. Cook it and slap it in front of me.
We have salmon. We got tuna. We got Cape Cod.
The moment he says salmon, before he says anything else, I slap the bar table as loud as possible. It's like, that's it. That's the one. That's perfect for
The
me.
moment
I'll
he says
take it.
any fish, I instantly put my head. I'm just so sick of fish.
Would you like it grilled or fried?
You know what? Surprise me. You know what? How about one of both?
Each.
You should just go
You
for
want.
blackened. That's usually pretty good.
All right. Some chicken wings and and a grilled and a fried salmon coming up. By the way, you guys don't look familiar.
Oh yeah, we just came through town. I guess long adventure through the ocean got me stuck here. Been floating for about a month now. I think I don't know.
Mhm. So, is there anything you guys like about the island so far?
Well, we haven't seen too much, but from everyone knows, seems like it has good booming economy and everything, all that good stuff. So yeah, I'm having fun so far.
I'd like to look around to see if there's any wanted posters.
Any wanted posters?
Yeah.
Well, we have some on our wall. It's
No, I was
not
talking
really
about
that.
2DM, not. I'd like to investigate to see if there's any.
Well, shit, I already gave it out.
I was hoping to investigate it because if I don't see any, my character's going to act different compared to if I see some.
Alan, I have a question that probably needs answering.
Well, you said there are some. Right. Um, I'm going to gesture to one of the posters. I'm going to go, you getting that for pride or you getting that for catching?
Wait, what was your question?
Those for pride or you hang those for catching?
We kind of hang it out to most of the bounty hunters that live here.
And what's your opinion on the pirates?
I've always wanted to be one, but I never had the time for it.
Yep, that
Ah,
sounds about right.
a man after my own heart. You know, you should sail the seas someday. The both of you. Actually, under a Jolly Roger. Maybe a
You're
You're
under
under
a
a
laughing
Jolly
jolly.
good time.
Roger.
Yeah, my dear.
You're under a Jolly Roger. And what does it look like?
I was under one once upon a time.
I would like to hear this story. I'm interested in what other pirates have going on.
Well, I can't say anything for certain. I don't know how your clientele are.
I'm not asking for anything secretive. Just wanted to know if you guys had any fun as pirates.
Oh, I was having a wonderful time. Pillaging, sailing from place to place. making friends, losing friends.
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
I had a
sadly.
friend who was a I had a friend who was a pirate. Went by Jay back in the day, and I think he was still. I mean, I think he still is. I'm not sure. Used to be shipwrights in Locktown. Some pirate raid happened, and then after that, he became a pirate. I don't know. I thought it was funny. Has a hook for the arm now. I don't think he's captain though. Still, not yet.
Mm. Well, I don't really know. I don't have a past myself. By the way, sorry for my rude manners. My name is Albatross Sound.
Does that name sound familiar?
Would you like to roll a history check?
Good. Very historic.
Try. I'm just gonna be like, what a lovely name.
Your boy
They
got
call
a
me
13.
Frog.
What did you get?
Your boy got a 13.
You don't. You never heard of an albatross before.
Okay.
Wide grin as I go, what a fine name that is. People just call me Frog.
You don't have a last name, nor a first name. It's just a surname.
Well, it tends to happen when you're born into a crew.
You guys hear? You guys hear a large ding on the griller. Oh, looks like your salmon is done. He hands. I got to get a pic of it.
Solid.
I'm looking to my newfound, I assume, acquaintance and go, do you have any dreams?
A dream?
Not the waiter to the shipwright. As we're waiting for the food, I'm
It's
gonna look at him and be like, you have any dreams?
And the waiter hands you this plate of fried salmon.
dreams. Yeah, I wouldn't say any dreams. Probably ambitions. Yeah, but dreams is a little bit far for an old guy like me.
Never too far for a dream. You know, I have a dream.
Yeah.
As I start
Go
eating,
on. What's your
scarfing
dream?
the food. I
Make a
think I
nice
want
little
to rule
second
the
meal.
pirates one day.
Ah, well, that's definitely ambitious.
It's never too late to shoot high.
Yeah, you got a plan at all, or you just kind of gonna wing it?
Well, first we gotta take down the emperors, right? I'll start with that.
Yeah. You're you think you're strong enough to take the emperors, or
Maybe not alone. It would always be great to have extra friends.
And the bartender is gonna interrupt you. You know it's hard to be any of the admirals, in my opinion.
yeah,
Well,
No
then
handing
maybe
matter,
I
orders
should
to those
get them
guys?
down first.
you
If
know
you
how
dream
long it'll
big,
take.
you'll win.
Well, to me, it kind of sounds like you don't like the Marines for some reason. You have a problem against them.
You hear a low chuckle from him as this grin gets even wider. Could say that.
What's all the smiling for?
Oh, no reason.
Well, it's kind of creepy. Don't scare away my customers now.
I slowly pull up the scarf after I finish the meal, and I slide the money. You wouldn't happen to know how to get a hands on a ship, would you?
Who are you talking to?
The the guy in front of us.
You wanna? Well, no. In order to get a ship, that is about 10,000 berries, and it don't look like I got that much. Whatever I'm spending is for this bar here.
Asking for a ship from you. I was just wondering if you have a place to make ships.
You know, you can collect any of these bounties. He's pointing at the 5 posters on the wall.
I'm just gonna
History check
nonchalantly.
on Frog. Alan,
Do I contest or no?
can I make a
You can make a
Can I make a history check on Frog?
go on.
So what she get?
I got a 12.
You don't really know much about Frog at all. Although the smile does bring you back a tiny bit. Not as much. A tiny bit.
I'm gonna nonchalantly grab the shipwright's like shirt and pull him with me over to the bounties list and like, hey, that's a good idea.
Be careful.
Yeah.
Some of those bounties are very dangerous. There's one that is 10K. There's one that is 51K. There's one that is 100K. Another one that is 150K. And the last one, which I'm surprised it's even came onto this list, it is 800K.
I'll look at the shipwright and I'll go, how about I make a wager with you?
I am pretty bad at gambling, but let's hear it.
If I can defeat anybody you pick on this wall, you join my crew.
Alright. For concern of your well-being, I basically press my thumb against the 100,000 guy.
You hear Albatross knocking on his table. Your wings and the grilled salmon's ready. And this is what you have been presented. This big piece of grilled salmon, surrounded by lemon and a bunch of seasoning. And as for your wings, Fixer, it is almost in Korean style, covered in sesame seeds and chives.
Wait, you said the 1,000 or the 100,000?
100,000.
Okay.
You're going for the 100,000.
I quickly scarf up the meal and then I look at the bartender and go, I love the grub. Do you happen to have any intel on the man?
Try my best with the grub. And as for your second question, I don't know. Wait, did you just say anything else I'd recommend? You finished all that and you're still hungry.
I'm pretty stuffed. I don't need a lot.
You know, he has some wings left. Why don't you scarf those down?
Yeah, I got 2 wings left about in the plate. Just imagine he takes in, just like so discreetly, you don't even notice.
White
Froggy.
grid.
Wide. No, all we heard was wide grin.
Gritting as I slowly trudge out with the flyer.
Which number did you grab?
Whichever one he picked.
100,000.
You picked
As
the
I
100,000.
as I seem very willing to just go for it.
100,000 is about the price you need for a good wing boat. So
I just
Well.
quickly pop my head in and be like, "You're coming too, right?"
yeah, I'll spectate. Of course.
You just,
I spectate. That's bad.
I can imagine the bartender's brain, like his thoughts, as he just sees two random strangers come in. A wager is started, and then the other one just immediately just leaves to go do it. What's going through that man's head? While I'm just running around town starting to look for this man and get intel.
He's honestly more happy than usual, as he's never seen anybody so lifelike.
You mean lively?
Yeah,
Wow.
my bad.
Live like.
My bad.
Oh,
Nah, bro.
very,
Nobody
very
exists, bro.
noble.
This is the only real human.
So you picked the 100K one?
So I would.
Yeah.
Why not?
I wouldn't be laughing
Left
if I
is
was you.
maniacal.
That laugh right there. You playing with your life, son. I wouldn't trust that 100 bounty one. I'd probably go for one of the lower ones. But if you're confident enough in taking this man down, you can.
I'll slowly unsheath the weapon. I'll go. This is my only wager, and I'm willing to risk it all. Let's go. You see a
Whoa.
gleam of what you would think is a smidgen of insanity, a smidgen of determination.
Wait. Before you leave, why don't you go pay for your food?
I slapped it down after I ate the food.
Oh, I didn't see the money there in the desk. Do you guys need directions to where to find that bounty at least?
I stop as I'm midway through the door, and I slowly creak over to look at him, and I go, "That would be a good answer. Which direction should I go?"
I only know 3 of the directions of the other bounties, unless if you want to take those 2. But you picked one of the ones that is pretty well known. This man here, and as you're looking at the bounty, this is what the man looks like.
I'm instantly happy by this.
So he is wanted 100 and 100,000 berries for enslaving some other pirates after he beats them. Kidnapping females. He's a pretty weird guy, but he does always steal money like every other pirate does. Nothing different here. Are you willing to take this risk?
I'll lightly gesture a thumbs up as I just start bolting to go find this man.
I pat him on the back as he goes out. He's like, well, let's see how this goes.
Before you leave, Fixer, he tugs you by the bartender tugs you by a shirt.
Yeah, but
You're leaving without the directions.
It's just gone.
Anyways, he is not too far from here. The island all the way to the left of us. It is called Chirac Island. And there's an island all the way to the right of us. It's called Rocktown.
Yeah.
His last sighting is in Chirac, but he has been stopped by Marines. He did strike those Marines down, and it did start a big fight between him, his crew, and Marines. So most likely he is moving towards the Rock Island. This was recently, about 2 days ago. So you can probably search Rock Island first. If not, he's probably going to go back to Chirac. Which one would you go to?
Let's just go to Rock Island. Surely someone knows he's there.
I wish you the best of luck. The bartender goes back into his bar.
And I'm not the one who's gonna be needing it as I begin walking up the door.
Meanwhile, your potential captain is literally just running around banging the doors and it's like, "Have you seen this man?"
He's not on this island, idiot. As I basically scream over to him.
Sir,
As I'm like,
never seen that man in my life.
"Ah, okay. Sorry for the wait." I immediately turn to you. I just get really close to you, and I'm like, so you're telling me I shouldn't be knocking on these doors?
No, a waste of time.
Oh,
If you stick around and talk to the bartender, you would learn some facts. Your man is in Rocktown.
well, when you're gambling on something, you should not waste time. I looked like genuinely confused at you about why you waited.
I'm telling you now, so if you want to head over there, I believe it's a house kept jumping away. If you want to go.
Well, it's your ship
Is
that
this
we're borrowing.
Rocktown? Is this Rocktown a house kept jumping away?
What happened?
Is this town a house kept jumping far away, or is it a little bit farther?
It is about 13 miles away from the island you guys are at. All the way
That's
to
pretty
the
far.
east. All the way to the east. That's Rock Island.
Serious. So let's just go. You take me there, I get you as a new crewmate, and we
Yeah.
make a little extra money on the side. What could possibly go wrong?
Sure. Yeah. Totally. Let's do that.
Still have my arms
Let's
parted
see.
as I'm speaking this, and you'll notice that one of my sleeves slides a bit with some tattoo marks, and I quickly hide them.
Would you
Did I
like?
get to see one fully?
Well, would you like to roll insight and see if you've seen anything about that tattoo?
That would be history, but yeah.
Oh, history, not bad. Go on.
Anything that's of like missing symbols or like that is usually either history or nature, depending on what it is.
Okay.
Anyways, I rolled a 16 on seeing this or I recognize the symbol.
This
Jolly Roger.
the symbol is you've seen a big part of the symbol, but not all of it. It is what you suspect to be a Jolly Roger.
Alright, supports his pirate background. Not worried. Especially later, you could say. Anyways,
We're gonna hop on a ship and we're sailing, right?
yeah, we're popping up ship. We're gonna sail.
I'm gonna sit on the bow as I'm slowly just polishing the blade with some sort of scrap of cloth I randomly found on the way there.
Yeah, I put the ship on the right course and take a nap. I plan on sleeping till we hit land.
So you guys start sailing sail from Yam Yam to Rock.
Yeah, we start setting sail. We set sail for the Rock Island, as said by the bartender. And basically, as soon as I set sail, I put down the sails and I just make my way, and then basically take a nap on the rudder.
And just to be sure, nobody else grabbed any other bounties other than the 100,000 one.
Basically, unless I notice someone specific, no.
Okay. You start sailing sail to, and you start heading the direction of east. Um, some time has passed. It is now morning since you guys spent the entire night dealing with the bartender. You enjoyed his food quite a lot, and maybe sometime you'll meet him again. So, 13 miles away from Yam Yam to Rocks. Anything you guys like to do as you're sailing?
Polishing, I'd like to make sure that all the straps on my outfit are tightened.
Okay.
After I make sure all my straps are tightened and my blade has been polished, I'm going to put it back where it was. I'll start humming a tune. as I'm waiting.
So 13 miles is not pretty far. And on a boat ride it's about 4 hours. So it has passed 2 hours and no danger so far. It's almost pretty peaceful. You see a bunch of birds chirping in the morning. The sun is coming up, and it's just very nice. The beam is hitting your guys' eyes as you're laying down. Anything you'd like to say?
No, I'm sleeping.
I'm just gonna look at my blade and just go, maybe this is him. Maybe this is the one. I'm just gonna keep staring out.
Okay. You guys have until 30 minutes to reach the island. From afar, you guys see a very tall mountain in the shape of a square. That's the only noticeable thing from very far away.
We're gonna start tapping the side of the ship so I can get the other guy's attention.
Okay.
So
What
just
do you do?
taking the flat of my blade and smacking on the side of the ship. Not enough to do damage, but enough to make noise.
Okay. After healing a smack against the ship, my brain instantly teleports to fish.
You'll just
Yeah.
use me doing it to get your attention. Be like, we're close to the shore.
As I get a degree of light. We're like off 5 degrees as I adjust the weather.
Sam.
As I make headway for the island interview.
You guys have now reached close enough to the island to see what the outer of it looks like. Oh shit. Hold on.
Oh shit, indeed.
I accidentally sent the wrong thing. I canceled it.
How do you do that?
Oh, that's what you mean by the square. I like that.
That shit's fire. You guys are now close to Rock's Island. And you are noticing that you guys are noticing the square mountain on the far right and the little mountain on the left. A bunch of trees that are covering it, and not many noises. There is a bunch of clouds surrounding it, and a bunch of rocks that may make the road bumpy as soon as you get close.
It seems like inhabited though, right? There's people on this.
You're asking me if there's people on it?
Yeah, like do I see any like houses or even smokestacks at all?
Or just
A
like
bunch of trees and
investigation
bushes.
check or something.
I like to investigate to see if I can see any other ships.
Tell me what you roll.
Alright, let me do an investigation real quick. I want to see if I can spot any other ships. Because if he's here, he'd have to have had a ship. Nah, I don't see Jack.
As you look out into the island, you're noticing that there is just a bunch of boulders on the ground, and you guys should be careful on maneuvering the boat.
Would
Interesting.
out of character to the ship, right? Would you like to also try to investigate for a ship or signs of life?
What would I do?
I tried to see if I could spot anything. I got a freaking 4.
Okay, let me roll. All right, well, yeah, I'm gonna look up for like general humans, basically, if I see any signs of people, really.
Okay.
Investigation roll?
Investigation perception, I think. I did investigation, so it's my.
I'll look at whatever's higher. Um, investigations +4, perceptions +4, investigations intelligence. So let's just do that. Oh, I got a 6.
We can't tell anything happens there.
You guys don't see any other ships around, but just a bunch of boulders on the ground that is making your road a bit bumpy. So
Interesting.
the dinghy is going up and down.
Hold tight,
Well,
hold fast.
definitely gonna try to tough it out.
Hold forward when we make land.
Okay.
We have time before we hit land. May I ask you something?
Yeah,
you
go
guys
ahead.
have
So what's our plan here? I just get him, and then what are we going to do with his body?
Usually you take him in alive for the bigger bounty, right? Money is important. Yeah, and then
Body as in just the term of him not awake.
yeah, but heart beating, that's the most important factor most of the time.
Well, I'm not going to kill somebody if it's fun.
Yeah, don't kill people, just almost kill them. That's the best way to put it. Almost kill them.
Just as the way my old captain used to say, just an inch away from death.
Yeah, that works.
Also, what are we going to do about his weapon?
His weapon, I don't know, melted down for steel or something. I don't even know what it is. So we have no information on this guy besides the potential use of chains. That's about it.
See how this goes.
you guys have now gotten close enough, and you guys have now landed into Rocks Island.
The ship immediately. And I'm going to. Are we at the edge of the forest, or where are we at?
Well, what you see in front of you is sort of like a passageway that looks like this into the forest.
Let's see. Oh, that's creepy. I make my way through.
Light chuckle. Does I look slightly nervous? I grin a
Yeah,
little bit.
I let him take the lead though.
Yeah, I'll take point.
All right.
So
You had no
as we're
choice.
going, so from player to TM, as we're going through this, will I have to make nature checks to make sure I don't lose track or to find tracks?
That would be. I think that'll be nature to find footprints or tracks.
Better
Yeah.
question: is there a trail?
Which trail?
Is there like a trail at all?
In the ground or on?
Yeah.
I'm gonna just.
Any trails?
I'm gonna try to find human tracks.
Where you
specifically.
guys are? Where you guys are walking, there's no trails but your own.
I'm gonna look around for human trails with my nature, see if I get anything. Please roll good.
Smart.
9. What's up with my rolls tonight?
Oof. L.
So you look in the ground, and you see a couple of paw prints, but heading towards the right, and where all the bushes and trees are.
Keep my weapon drawn, and as I'm thinking and looking, I'm gonna keep searching a little bit more as we go a little bit more deeper. See if I can spot again.
Okay.
So don't think I know anything on this island.
No.
I'm gonna
Don't.
try again. Maybe I can spot it. We'll try one more time. After that, I'm just gonna walk randomly at this point.
Okay.
Oh my god, freaking 9 again. What is up with this dice?
It's cursed.
Dear
Yeah,
god, I'm
that
about to
flip.
roll actual literal dice and have the camera aim at it so you can see it.
Dude.
As you're looking around, you're seeing more animal prints than any human prints, but there is one shoe print. That's all you
Start
have left.
trying to track that.
The shoe print is heading towards the left of the passageway, where trees and bushes are.
I'll go that way. See what
And
I can
you
find.
and Fixer, are you gonna follow along?
Yeah. Follow along. Trying to fix my fan. It's been the wrong way.
Okay.
To roll. I have to roll something to make sure I stay on course, or what do you want me to do?
You can keep walking. You can keep walking, so it's that way. But as you're looking up the
Yeah.
ground, there's not really much to see other than a bunch of branches, some berries that don't look very edible, and there is a bunch of ants, insects. Not really anything to your guys' liking.
This is lame. I don't think there's anyone on here.
It's gotta be here. I just saw a shoe print. There's somebody else here.
Why the shoe print? It could be months old.
I don't know about that.
All right. Just keep searching then, I guess. Whatever.
I'll see. I'll do nature again. See, just to check.
I'm
Okay.
gonna help him out.
There we go. I got a 20. Dirty 20. Fudge you.
Nice.
Fudge you,
You guys
nature. Do what I need.
You guys are looking around, and there is a couple of trees that look like it's been hit, and the print of like this print that is on the tree, it kind of resembles a chain a bit.
See? This looks kind of fresh, right?
Yeah, I guess. As I kind of lean into it.
This could be worse. Could be worse though. Told you there was somebody here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go towards where I'm assuming I'm close to where that guy's going to be. See if
Would
I
you
can
like to?
perceive. I want to see if I can perceive if he's over there.
You're following the trees, and each tree looks like it has more markings than the other. Until you reach this one tree that is completely in half.
Huh.
I did make a wager. You want to back away now?
Yeah.
That's up.
Well, you know, for your own safety, I did pick the 100,000 and then the 800,000. That would have been awful.
Well, this is a fun day, ain't it? Besides, you guys see a good show at the end of this.
Possibly, yeah.
I'm gonna walk a little bit more ahead to where the stump is. I'm gonna jump on top of it.
I'm gonna stay a little bit back behind him. Still a little bit farther back than I was previously.
I just inhale as much as I can. Do I know the name of the bounty?
If you look into the page again, the guy that you're catching, his name is, I have it right here, Tosa Arhog.
I'm just
Yes,
gonna
your
shout
check,
as
please.
loud as I can.
Go on.
Hog, I've come for you, and I challenge you to a one-on-one.
Can we history check on the name Tosha?
Yeah, I'm yelling at Tosa.
Let's see your guys' history checks.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll.
What do I do? History to see if I know the person?
Yes.
I'm just rolling history right now to see if I know. I got a 16.
I guess I'll
16.
do history as well since I am a pirate. I am a pirate. To see if
Yeah.
I know
Well,
the past famous.
I'm old, so I know a lot of shit.
That's
They
just a
call me
straight
they call me
18.
Cardinal the Wise.
Ooh, 18.
Ever heard this man before previously?
So Tosa Arhog, the former captain of the Roadhogs pirates, he is known for enslaving and also property of theft and mass murders.
Yeah, that's about what I heard.
Has sightings in Chirac Island, um, has sightings in Rocks Island, has sightings in Yam Yam Island, have sightings in Alabasta, and recently his boat has been found in the South Blue.
Interesting.
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna try to goad him. I'm just gonna shout as I was a kid. Of course he won't show up. An ex-pirate captain? Ah, what a shame you must have been to your people. Couldn't even hold your own weight, could you? Stop tapping my blade on my shoulder.
I pull out my vine boom machine.
Do I roll performance for that, or just straight up that just happens?
It just happens. There's nothing to really intimidate, as you know of at least.
Yeah, I was assisting him every time he said something like challenging with my vine boom machine.
Would you guys like to investigate further?
I guess I'll do perception to see if I can spot
Yes,
anything around us. I'll try to see if I can spot anything around
Did we
us.
investigate closer
Nope.
to that mountain thing at all?
I got a 1 on
Haki?
perception, sir. I spot nothing. So I'm assuming my plan is working. So I'm just gonna keep going louder and keep talking about how bad he was as a captain.
Hey, Frogger, you think we should go to the near the mountain at all? Or, you know, maybe that'll help.
Give a long pause as I stare at you, and I'm like, you know, judging by the direction that this damage was, that is towards a mountain.
Yeah, it is.
I like your plan. I started walking towards the way of
I
the
thought
mountain.
about it for a little bit. I thought it was good.
You
You can
guys,
tell that was genuine praise from Frog.
Epic.
are you guys walking towards the
We're
smaller
gonna
mountain?
walk. We're gonna walk towards the plateaued mountain. Yes.
Okay. Um, as you guys are walking towards the plateau mountains, there is a bunch of cut up trees and bushes that look like it's already been stepped on.
Could I investigate, see what weapons? If there's any weapon damage, or if it was specifically just carnage?
You can investigate.
Okay. Just because I can. Get the crappy rolls out already. 6. Nah, it's just damage. So I'm just gonna keep going.
Okay.
Let us know over there, I guess, DM. Oh, great wise one, as I'm trying to find this man.
You guys are about 70 feet away from this mountain.
Alright.
There is nothing new to notice as you're getting closer, but you do see this chain that looks like it has been broken apart.
I'm going to pocket some of this chain.
Okay.
Like the scraps of chain. I'm just gonna pocket some of that.
You can. You have now a bit of chain in your inventory.
Okay, just add that to my inventory while we do that. You can keep going while I try to figure out how to do this.
You guys are now. You guys are now 10 feet away from this mountain. No, nothing bad has happened to you guys.
Question: do I know what kind of metal the chain is?
It's just regular. It's some are just like scrap metal, if anything. Now, since you have reached the mountain, there is piles of blood on the
Oh, okay,
ground.
we're getting somewhere. All right.
My hand trembles a little bit. Like, ooh,
Well, Frogger, I assume your target's nearby. Keep your eyes peeled.
you know it. I start whistling. I start whistling a sea shanty.
As you're whistling the sea shanty, you hear a little movement in this bush.
I'm gonna
Go
instinctively
on.
grab a stick and toss it in that direction.
You're
I
gonna
rush.
you're gonna throw your steel.
Me?
A random stick.
Just throwing a stick. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing this thing yet.
You
No.
throw the stick, and it is just on the top of the bush.
Whistling as if nothing happened, walking towards where I'm assuming the mass of blood is.
You're looking at the blood, and the piles are going into this one direction, and it's near the bush you have thrown the stick to. That's where the trail ends.
I'll stand just feet away from the bush,
Are you near the bush?
like about 3 or 4 feet.
You are, since you're near it, there is a very bad smell.
I've taken far coverage as way as I can.
Would you like to investigate the smell?
I'll acknowledge it as I just sigh and I just go, "Hog, that you, man?"
There's no noise. Would you like to investigate it even further?
Go in there to get you, man. You know, I was playing this whole thing, gonna have a fight, gonna have a fun time. I'm like squatting, talking to the bush. You know, are you injured? Like, come on, man. It's been a while.
Would you like to go in even further?
TM's like, get into the bush, meanwhile I'm like, I want to talk.
You don't have to.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try perception.
Go on.
Try to see if I can see anything through the bush. As I'm trying to have this meaningful conversation with a bush, apparently.
What have you
Listen,
got?
listen, your captain is weird, but you can just deal with it.
I like the captain so far.
It's a
Personality.
19.
19?
Do I see what smells through the bush?
You see, um, you see that there is pieces of hair that look identical to the one in the paper. Squarish ends, or in other words, dreadlocks.
to use my blade and cut the bush down. Because I'm assuming he's going to be behind the bush.
As you cut the bush, this is the next thing you see. An open skull with bits of flesh still left in it and hair of Tosa Arhag implanted into it.
I'm going to take the wanted poster, take the bits of the hair, rolled up into the wanted poster, and just shove it into my pocket. And I'm going to look back at the shipwright. I'm like, this still counts as a win, right?
I got a question. How far did you cut into this bush?
I was still within about 2 feet away from this thing. 2.5 feet
No.
by the time I could swing my blade.
Okay, well, I'll let you see this. Under the skull, there's this patched up hole. And it looks like it's been patched up recently.
Is it attached to a whole body or is it just the skull?
The skull is attached to something on the ground.
I'm gonna take my weapon, and I'm just gonna cut under the skull to make it fall towards me.
As you cut the skull, it looks like
Whatever was holding it there, I'm gonna cut what that is directly under it, not the skull itself.
as you cut what's under the skull, you have cut a piece of neck bone holding the skull, and the skull falls forward towards you. You still see a bit of bone left.
Ignore the rest of the body, because obviously I came for what is here. I'm gonna grab the skull and I'm gonna pick it up, and I'm gonna look to see where that patch is, and then try to investigate it.
Okay.
Well, my rolls have been shitty. Let's hopefully it doesn't fuck me over. Oh, nat 20.
You investigated it?
Yeah, like, see what it is, pull it apart, do whatever I have to do to figure out what it is.
So you are looking at this hole now, right?
Yeah.
It is what you know compared to the wanted poster. Tosa Arhag's body. You can still see his flesh. And it is patched up together, but it has been dug down. But his body is standing up.
I'm gonna tilt my head slightly as I turn my head over to the shipwright. You have to have a bag for this, as I'm holding the skull nonchalantly.
Fixer. Fixer.
The whole situation.
Fixer.
Hey.
Oh. I guess we're just gonna have to continue without him for now.
Okay.
So, let's say as Victor is falling asleep, and you are now just you feel alone. You are kind of you're kind of disappointed that Tosa's already been killed, and
Still killed. I have
the
some
poster
sort of
just says wanted or dead, so you can turn in the body, but you won't get the promised amount.
It's still money. So I guess I'm gonna take the shipwright and this body, start digging it out, and then put it onto the ship, and then hopefully I can sail back. Well, no, I have proficiency in sailing, so I should be able to sail back just fine.
Can you roll a dexterity saving check?
As I'm pulling him out, or
Yes.
Bro, don't be putting traps on this. What's wrong with you?
Roll a dex.
Okay. Excuse me, button. There it goes. Oh. Oh no.
What did
Oh
you get?
no.
Oh
Oh
my
no.
god.
Oh no.
That is
Hmm.
beautiful.
To pull him out, I get a nat one. Anything else, I'm having slight problems. And then when I go to try to pull somebody out, no, I get effed. I get totally effed. That
Frog. As
that's
you're
a
pulling,
kick
as
in
you're
it.
pulling, as you're pulling the dead body out from afar, above on the tree. No, not too far, but above the tree, there is a needle going to hit your neck. And
I can't dodge it. Got the nat one, sir. I'm pretty certain it's either I fail to the point where I epically succeed, or I fail to the point where I'm about to get hit. It's not gonna be pretty.
you have gotten hit by a needle, and I'm going to check. Uh, take 2 damage.
Okay.
So there is now a needle stuck to your neck, and you're starting to bleed.
Pull it out, and I'm going to curse, and then look at towards the direction I think it came from and go, I just wanted the body. You don't have to do this.
You see this man, a bit lengthy, standing 5'11", and he's wearing very unique clothing. That bounty is mine.
No way.
Why can't we just share?
Why share? And you're looking at this man.
No. Oh, thank God.
Swear to God, if you just
That's not the devious pirates.
At first glance, what do you think of them?
finally see who it is,
Yeah,
my
this is
face
what
my face seems to light up. And I'm like, oh, how you been? Been a good life?
you're really asking me a question like that now?
Well, it has been some time. I'll just casually toss away the needle as I grip the blade. Do you want to do it here, or do you want to do it when we get back?
Do what? You're just touching the thing I just killed. I'm gonna have to ask for it back. I dug it there for a reason.
That's some shoddy work you did, my guy. You starts to hear his laughter come from him.
Don't laugh at me.
Oh, this will be a fun night, won't it?
It really will be. Roll initiative. Fixer.
I can't just assume he's out of this fight.
Well, he's probably gonna need you, but we'll see how you do.
I got a 5 on initiative.
5.
Yeah.
Well, I go first. You see this man. He is, he has no, recognizable weapons on him. And he pulls out this one pose. Are you ready to get beat and style?
Good time.
Well, taking you down will be my pleasure. Now he is going to run towards you. And I'm going to ask you if Let's see. Does a 10 hit?
No.
Okay. So as he goes to strike you with this one kick, you dodge out of the way. Or, yeah, you have dodged out of the way, and you are now under him as he's spinning back into place. It is now um, your turn.
This action, Barbaric Rage. So you'll notice that my eyes seem to be glowing a tinge of red.
Okay.
I'm very mad. So let me activate that. Pop. And then I'm going to swing with my weapon upwards at him.
Okay.
Does a 13 hit.
13 does not hit.
Okay.
As you go to swing your weapon, he grabs your weapon and he pushes you back with it. You gotta be a bit faster than that, boy.
That'd be his move because that's all I can do.
He is now going to run towards you with this flying dragon kick. Does a 19 hit?
Yes.
Okay. Let's roll for damage. You're going to take 3 damage. As he flies up really in this high speed, he kicks you right into the chest, and you fall down and stumble for a bit, but you pick yourself back up quickly enough. How did you like that one?
Spit a bit of my blood to the side. I grip my blade with both hands. Oh, I've never felt more alive. It's been a good while since I've had a clean fight. And I'm going to charge, I guess, would be the next thing. So, go to hit. I'm going to use my weapon again.
Okay.
So, if I hit. I'm assuming 12 doesn't hit.
A 12 does not hit.
No. Dang, I'm not having any luck with my attacks. I know, right? Like, oh yeah, let me just not have any fun. It's like, what, dang it.
So you go to swing, and he dodges back before he even gets close to any contact, and he is now sort of crawling up into this tree.
Fair. Dang rat. Get back here.
You know, I used to do wrestling back in my day. And you see him climb all the way out to the top of the tree, and he springs up, and he is going to do a giant slam on you. Does a 12 hit?
No.
Oh god. Okay. as he
opportunity attack.
You can before he reaches contact to the ground.
So attack of opportunity, I'll do that. Then I'll see if I can hit him with my blade again, straight down.
Okay.
Actions. Does a 22 hit?
It hits.
Sweet. He takes 7 damage.
Okay. What are you doing to him right as he's falling towards you? You can describe him what you want to do since you hit him.
I'm gonna be using the back end of the blade just in case, and aiming at his neck to knock him out.
Okay. So he gets hit by the back of the blade, and he fails his slam into you. His head is a bit dizzy, but he gets back into the game, and he's a bit more pissed. All right, You had it your way. It's time
My
for
turn,
my.
right?
Yeah, it's your
That's
turn.
just the opportunity.
Yeah, it's your turn at the moment. But he's just talking shit to you.
He's in the middle of trying to talk to me. I'm just gonna immediately run up and try hit him with the back of the blade again.
You know,
20.
you. Oh fuck, that hits.
right into his face. I'm gonna aim for the side of his face with the back end for 6 damage.
You're going to end up just like hitting. Before he even finishes, he gets hit in the back of the blade again. How much damage does he take?
6.
Okay. He gets hit again, and he's pushed back to a farther distance. He is now about 12 feet away from you, and he landed on a tree. So he is now sitting. He's now sitting right next to this tree, and he is slowly starting to stand up. Oh, you pack a punch there. And he's trying to catch his breath, and you see him take off his coat. Now this is where I finally get to show off. Does a 15 hit? It hits?
Yes, barely.
Oh. So he's gonna run up towards you, and he's going to hit you with 2 punches, one into the chest and one in on your chin. You are going to take 4 damage. It is now your turn.
I slide back from that.
What's
My
wrong?
grin seems to get a little bit more haphazard on my face as I seem to be more out of it.
Oh,
I'm not
look.
gonna-
It looks like you're losing yourself there, Buckaroo. Now tell me, how would you like your death?
Goddamn, I missed. I got a 10. I missed. Dang it.
what,
sucked.
what were you trying to do? Swing at me?
Swing at it with the blade. That's all I really have. So I'm just gonna keep swinging with it.
As you swing, he grabs the blade before it reaches him with his hand, and he is going up to you very closely. I asked you a question. How would you like your death?
Response is the grin looks like I've been completely taken over by my mind.
He is now going to attempt to punch your face, but with a very hard punch. Aw. Does an 11 hit?
He's in punching range.
Does
I'm
an
assuming
11?
since he's probably he's still holding my blade, isn't he?
Yeah.
Alright.
Does an 11 hit?
No.
As he's charging up this one punch, well, I guess you don't have any last words. He's going to he's charging up this hard punch, and is going to reach your face, but before it even touches your nose, you dodge all the way to the right. You move your neck, and it makes him miss, and he looks a bit embarrassed, and he is now tumbling towards the ground. It is now your turn.
Is he when he's starting to tumble? He's still by my body, isn't he?
Yeah.
So then, attack of opportunity.
Yeah, he hasn't touched the ground yet. He's falling at the moment.
I'm just gonna try a punch with the free hand.
Okay, roll to hit.
15.
Yes.
He just takes straight 3 points of damage.
Before he falls into the ground, where do you punch him?
Square in the back.
He feels your very hard punch on the back, and he falls down to the ground even faster. And he is now laying down a bit dazed. You prick! What is this? He's starting to stand up again. How dare you?
Going to hit. Back of the blade. See if I get it. Ooh, look at that. 23. It's a 19, so it's technically? No, that's not. Not with Barbarian, because I'm only level 1. Or
You
monster.
hit. You hit.
23.
Any? What's your damage?
5.
He is now knocked.
So he's knocked out.
He's knocked out.
Alright. I'm gonna immediately try to look for some chains or some ropes out of my passed out partner. And then try to tie him up.
Well, if we look to his character sheet,
He's gotta have some sort of rope.
we have to see what is in his inventory. He has rope that is about 50 feet long.
I'll use like, I don't know, 10 feet of it to tie this man up tightly and cut
Okay.
off. Yeah. I'm just gonna whisper in my sleeping partner's ear. Don't worry, I'll pay you back after this. And now I'm gonna carry the guy we knocked out to the ship first. Then I'm gonna take the body and put it next to him so when he wakes up he sees the dead body staring at his face. And make sure the skull thing right at his face. We're gonna take the sleeping man and stick him on the bow of the ship, and then start sailing outwards.
Okay.
Back to paper. I'll reload. Skills, history, work. There it goes. I got 14.
You remember that you had to, from Yam Yam to Rocks, you had to head east.
So opposite of that would be west. So I'm gonna head west.
Okay.
Luckily, my sailing skills is up there.
You start up the dinghy, and you place the dead body next to the knocked out body, and your sleeping partner, you place him into his bed where he usually sleeps.
Yeah.
Now, a question is, do you know how to handle a dinghy?
I have proficiency in ships. 'Cause
Okay.
I probably had to practice on all sorts of ships.
Okay. So
That's one benefit of being a captain and also a pirate with a background. It works perfectly for these situations.
okay. You are now heading west as you started up the dinghy.
So while we're waiting, I'm gonna wake up the guy I knocked out because I want to get a little bit more information out of him.
Go on.
So I'm gonna slap him upside the head to wake him up. I'm gonna make sure that he does see the skull when he wakes up.
And as he wakes up, he sees the skull first out of anything. Ah! The hell?
I start chuckling loudly.
Hey,
Oh, you've never seen a dead body?
well, not as soon as I wake up. Get me out of these ropes. I'm not done.
Nah,
I still have some fight left in me. You see him squirming.
I
Get it
wouldn't do
off.
that if I were you.
And what are you gonna do about it?
Oh, it's not me. There's several ways I can get you to talk right now. One, I toss you in the water, and if I recall, these waters have some sort of shark problem. And then, well, that's part one. Part two, I could have my partner enjoy. And then the third option is just simply I feed you to whatever person is willing to buy you.
You don't understand. I had to kill this man.
Why? What's got you such an your jitters and a ruckus?
And why would I tell you?
Well, we are friends, aren't we? We had that fun fight.
You know I cooked I beat your ass.
There's the one in ropes.
You had to hit me with some cheap shots.
Listen, a pirate's life is always full of mishaps. You should have been paying more attention.
You should have been hit by my fist.
I'm just gonna walk over and crouch right above his head and give his head a nice light pat. Yeah, I like you. You're pretty fun.
Get your filthy hands off me.
It's not filthy. I just washed him 5 minutes ago. In the ocean.
What? With what?
I immediately respond with, in the ocean. Where else would you wash hands?
Whatever, smart ass. Why do you even want me on this boat anyways?
Well, let's see. The way you act, the way you move, and the way you fight, I'd roughly assume you're either a bounty hunter or you're a pirate. And if you're a pirate, if you're worth any of your salt to kill a man worth this much, you gotta be worth something.
Would you like to roll investigation onto this character?
I would gladly like to roll investigation. I would gladly like to not fail it, but we'll see what happens. That would be a 9.
You notice that he has tattoos on on one of his biceps and one on one of his pecs. And the one on his pecs are oddly similar to a Tosa tattoo, which is a gear sign.
So do you mind telling me where you got that ink?
No, won't tell you. I refuse.
Really had to beat it out of you. I could start getting your fingers cut off. This is my character genuinely grabs his hand forcefully and gestures the blade closer to a finger.
Go ahead and cut off any you need. I don't need my fingers. I'm not scared.
Off a finger.
You cut off a finger?
Yup. He says he doesn't need it. Well, I'll take a free finger.
Which finger?
Oh, let's go with the pointer finger on the right hand.
Ugh. Fuck! Dude,
What? I thought you said you didn't need it.
I was
You want-
joking.
What, you gonna give me answers, or do I have to get another one?
I don't give answers to the likings of you.
Oh man, it'd be a real shame if you lost a thumb next. I mean, gotta
Okay.
keep going.
Okay, you don't have to cut off any more fingers. I get it.
Bro, Mech, what's your opinion of the captain now? What's Ray?
I don't even know if the tray awake.
So out of character, I just want your opinion. What's your opinion of the captain now?
Completely different from what I expected.
Listen, things break a man, and when you break a man, some things can happen to that man. He's proven his point. No, how do you think he's going to recruit the others? That's the real question.
That is up to you.
You know, I could just have you on my crew, though. As I'm using his finger to tap my chin, thinking.
I would never join your side.
Yeah, you don't sound like a pirate. Then the tattoo says otherwise. Bill it, worm. As I toss his finger onto his head.
I'm not saying anything to you.
You get to cut another finger.
Okay. Here's what I can say. I used to be a part of his crew, and the pact is every member has to get this ink on them. He enslaved my family members, and that's why I came out for revenge to kill him. My name is Quelch J. Hog.
You're fine. Regardless of what your past was. Betraying a captain is a very murderous offense. You're lucky I
Well,
found you before the others did.
no, he is the former captain of the Roadhog Pirates. I
Oh,
am I am the new recruit for the captain.
Terror instinctively as he sees my face, my grin slowly turning into seriousness. You wouldn't happen to be lying to me, would you?
I wouldn't be.
Wonderful. As I slam his head onto the front of the ship. So we're just gonna have a little sail, and then afterwards, and after I turn in your ex former captain, you're gonna come with me to find the other captain.
But I I do not want to. No, no, you're not touching my captain.
Well, I'm gonna suddenly get real close. Do you really have a choice in the matter? Decide.
You seem squirming towards the ocean. Well, I'd rather kill myself now. I told you enough.
I'm gonna grab the rope and pull him back in. This time I'm gonna actually grab more rope and tie him to some sort of part of the ship.
I can still drown myself, idiot. You don't know that.
How are you gonna
Please,
drown yourself without water?
just get me off this boat.
But getting off this boat, I would like two things promised to me. Just two. And yes, I will give you back your finger. I can help sew it up if you want to.
What are the promises you're asking for?
One, you mentioned nothing of what happened to this captain.
I was supposed to. It was my bounty.
Well, now it's mine. The second thing you're going to do is give me all you can for information on a devil fruit.
What's a devil fruit?
I sigh as I pull off my shoe and pull out a very small parchment and let him read the characteristics of a specific devil fruit. This was just some paper I found over the years. I don't know which one it is, but this will give you a hint at what you're kind of looking for.
Never heard of such thing. Never seen a man even turn into that. And that's the thing you want?
I slowly slide it back into my shoe. Yes, that is what I want. But if you can't help me find it, that's fine. The fact that you have no knowledge, maybe your captain does. I'm not going to not pay you.
I don't need your stinking money.
Listen, I am sorry about the finger, but you wouldn't talk. I will help you out with the finger problem. Get me information from your captain about any double fruits. That's all I ask.
You see him pull out a knife from his pocket, and he's starting to cut up the rope from the bottom. I'm getting out of here one way or another.
You're free to go. Oh, would you like your finger back, or can I keep it? Just out of curiosity.
I'll make you swallow that finger.
All right, you asked for it. I'm gonna immediately flick the finger up in the air and take my blade and aim for his neck.
You're gonna try to kill him?
Yep.
Roll a hit.
Watch me fail. The one time I definitely need a good swing. Yep, that's an 8. That's a miss.
You accidentally hit the dinghy.
Oops. Wait. Hold on. Let's talk about this, DM. Hold on. Let's talk about it.
The dinghy is there's a part of it that is now cut,
He's going to kill me. Oh well. I go with weapon, immediately bonus action into rage again.
Listen, we can talk about it. You already did damage to the boat. You don't have to kill me off.
Actually, give a pause for a second. Just go.
Well, you don't know where I'm heading. Before he
Well-
cuts the final rope, he sticks the knife into his own neck, and he now drowns all the way in the ocean. And you see him sink, and blood starting to spew up to the surface of the water.
Usually just sigh as I pick up the finger and I go, Well, if he wasn't worth anything, he wasn't worth anything. It's a shame, though, really. Would have been nice to know if there was a devil crew around town.
You have now reached Yam Yam Island.
I'm going to. Is there a part of this ship I can claim as my own that we currently have?
Are you asking me or?
Yeah, you. Like, would there be enough room where I could just have a spot where my stuff would be? Oh no, the barrel. That's it. I'll just say, put the finger in the barrel, and I'll just take the skeleton and carry it over to the marine base.
Okay, so you go to Yam Yam Island. The bar is closed, so you don't see the bartender there. And then you go into the marine. There is a marine base in this island, and you go
That I have there immediately, because I'm assuming that's where I can get my pay.
and you enter it, and you're greeted by a regular marine. Oh, hello.
You're an officer, right? Got a bounty for you.
Oh, really? Hand me the paper first.
Pull out the wanted poster as I'm literally holding a skeleton over my right shoulder.
Tosa Arhog. The 100K. I heard you was a tough one. What's the skeleton on your shoulder for?
I'm just gonna casually just gesture to it. Tosa.
Huh?
Is there a higher commanding officer around here? He'll understand.
Wait. That can't be Tosa.
Also want more proof?
Well, yes, obviously.
Well,
Can't
this
just
is
show off.
clothes, and this is also part of his weapon as I pull out the bits of metal.
Looks familiar to what he wields. Anything else?
Well, how about this hair? This was on the head.
It looks like there's a bit of blood on the end of the hair here.
It was a fun fight.
You don't have any more evidence other than this?
Sadly, I wish I did. I would have had somebody admit to this whole fight, but he ran off.
Well, since I'm guessing you're very confident about this being Tosa, it does look like a fraud, but I guess I'm gonna have to start believing you from now on. Since he's dead, you don't get the full pay, but you do get a good amount. You now gotten 50K bounty. 50K berries.
Money's money.
You, sir, are you a pirate or a bounty hunter?
That's all.
Well, just don't have any of us Marines catch you doing anything bad.
Of course not. I never have a reason to make you guys catch me.
And as he looks down on his desk reading the filing papers like he was before you entered in, you can walk back out of the Marine base. There's nothing really else to say from there. You have gotten your check for the 50K berries, and you can put that in
Really?
your.
What do you want me to do with this body? As he's staring back at his stuff, I'm just like leaning a little bit closer to him. So, what do you want me to do with the body?
I just. You might as well just bury it.
I'm just going to walk towards the door and nonchalantly look at the nearest trash can that's open, look back at him, back at the trash can, and just slam it in there and walk out.
Well, now the Marines have the body. So, what is your next move? Since, by the way, it's nighttime and things are starting to close down.
The ship. Wait out till morning.
Okay. So you have done your first bounty, and that is the end of your guys' episode.
Ooh, congrats, guys.
Hey,
Let's
Litre,
see
what do you
what
think of your captain now?
Bro, I was watching One Piece for
Did not hear any of anything that happened with him.
I was watching during. I missed the fight scene. I saw bits and tiny
Well,
bits.
I knocked him out, and then I tried to get information, and then he wouldn't give me information, so I cut off a finger. He still wouldn't give me much information.
Your captain is a bit sadistic.
That's exactly what we need. So this is all. So that's the end here.
As you walk to the dinghy, your shipwright is sound asleep, but he has a smile on his face, and you look at him and you smile back. Is this somebody you would like to have as a crew member to restart your life and make it better?
I got a new shipwright. Guess we need to get him some new ship materials. Wonder
Well,
what he'll build.
and the camera panels up into the sky, and it cuts all the way into a different island. And that's for Alex and Lucas.
Baby. All right, so let's
Same for the fact of the matter is that my character.
How did you